Traders, the dollar is super weak and the euro is crazy strong. What is going on? Welcome to Simply Forex, the channel that answers all of your trading questions and provides in-depth analysis, trade ideas, tips and advice so you too can succeed at trading. And if you stay till the end of this vid, guys, I'm also going to give you all of my trade ideas for today, so stay tuned for that. If that sounds like a plan, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and please smash the like button. We're going to start with a trading question, guys. And if you have any trading questions, please leave your question below this vid right now, and we will answer them in our videos, guys. And this is a question I got the other day. And as you can see here, Tom, have you ever entered a trade when it didn't meet your criteria, yet it still went on to be a winning trade? I'm going to say every trader has done this, right? They've entered a trade, they've got their strategy or trading plan, they see a trade and it doesn't quite fit their trading plan, but they still take the trade. Why is that? So this usually happens when, let's say you've been sitting out of the market, you haven't had a setup for a long time, and then you want to trade and you see a setup that's sort of half decent, it doesn't quite meet all of your entry requirements, but because you've been out of the market so long, you still take that trade. Now, put your hands up if you've done that.
Dwight, you have your hand up.
I've done that, right? What that is a trading mistake. And when I first started out, I made this mistake a lot, impulsively and not according to my plan, and jumping in on trades. And it's a common problem with new traders. Now, I don't do this because it is a trading mistake. And what it does, it creates a lack of discipline, first and foremost, because if you're not following your plan, then you're not disciplined. So that's a problem. And then it also breeds bad habits. So if you sort of jump in on a trade that meets a bit of your criteria and it's successful, that tells the brain that you can do that again, it's okay. But it's not okay. Trades that don't meet your criteria that you enter is a trading mistake. And if you keep doing it, it will breed bad habits, it will breed a lack of discipline, and ultimately it will end badly. You will end up losing money. So, good question. Yes, I have done it. I would suggest everyone's done it, including Warren Buffett, right? But you'll soon learn not to do it, because ultimately, if you're entering trades that don't meet your criteria, if you get lucky and a couple turn into profit and winners, it just creates bad habits and a lack of discipline. But ultimately, it will be your undoing. All right, guys? So yeah, don't do it. It's a trading mistake. So just wanted to cover that question first of all. Let's get rid of that now. And let's take a look at the US dollar. All right. And also, guys, stay tuned because I'm going to give you all of my trade ideas for today. Now, to start with, let's look at this dollar weakness, right? It has just been plummeting, right? This is the weekly candle. Look at that. That is the most bearish weekly candle so far, I must add. This weekly candle hasn't finished forming. Like on this screen, right? It's more bearish than this. If we go back, more bearish than this. That is crazy weak dollar, right? Now, any weakness or any strength in any currency pair, right? You're going to find an area where it has a bounce off. Right, whether it's down here, maybe, okay? And the dollar is at an area now which has potential to become a bit of a stopping zone for the dollar, right? So we have good support level through here, right? Also, if I draw the fibs on, guys, I know a lot of you use fibs, right? So just going from the lowest point to the highest point, this is on the weekly chart, this 0.5 to 0.618, we call this the golden zone of the fib, right? The golden level. Now it's in that level. So we've got technical support here and we've got a fib level that's interesting as well. So could this be the catalyst where we see dollar strength come back into the market. Okay. So wanted to show you that, guys. And now this dollar weakness, has it led to some trade ideas for today? And in the majority of cases, it's a no, right? I mean, we spoke about it at the start, the euro strength. Let's look at the euro, right? Let's go to the day chart now. That's the weekly chart, but let's go to the day chart. You cannot trade that, right? You know, everything's telling us to buy it, right? You don't have to be Warren Buffett to see that's in an uptrend and buys would make sense. But you can't start buying up here, right? There's no value in doing so. So euro US dollar, although we are seeing US dollar weakness and euro strength, there's no trade here, okay? And this probably still has a bit more room to go, but there's no trade there for me. And this is the same with pound US dollar. Pound US dollar has just been, the pound has been so strong, the dollar so weak as well. And this also, right, is literally flying, right? Again, you don't need to be Warren Buffett. It's in an uptrend. We're getting super bullish candles. That does suggest, potentially we have room up to the next big psychological level. But I need a retrace, guys. I need a retrace into here, and then potentially I could take price back up to here. But this looks like it's not retracing, okay? Now, one thing to point out with the euro strength today is if we take a quick look at the economic calendar, right, we do have the interest rate decision today, okay? And they are expected to reduce the interest rate to 2.65%. So could this be the data that stops that euro weakness, euro strength, or even magnifies it and makes it stronger? Okay, so we shall see. And also with the US dollar weakness, we do have a lot of data coming out later for the US as well. So, lots of data to push those trades one way or the other. But there is one pair that I'm looking at when it comes to US dollar weakness, and that is US dollar Canadian dollar, right? And I was selling this from yesterday. And as you can see, right, we got to this level of resistance, and then we got a huge bearish candle, right? And I was trading this because of that yesterday. But not only that, it was followed up by another very bearish candle. And I just think this has a little bit more room down into this support area here and this 1.43 thousand psychological level. So there's not much room to go, okay? But if we go to the H4, if we get, a retrace into this level here, right, moving average 20s coming round, that will be a really nice area to sell. And then we've got a lot of room to move into. If price just comes down and does that, we don't have a trade. But if we get that retrace into value, then selling the living daylights out of US dollar, Canadian dollar. All right. So yeah, lots of US dollar weakness, but not translating into actual trades. All right. Although US dollar, Canadian dollar is a trade. And now another thing to look at today is Swiss franc weakness, right? And we touched on this in the live stream yesterday, but if we look at the indices, right, if we go to the day chart, right, we are at a pivotal pivot. Let's go to the weekly chart actually, right? On the weekly chart, we are at a pivotal support level for the NASDAQ and the S&P, but let's just take a look at the NASDAQ, right? So this level, if it holds, right, potentially it can come back to the top of this range, right? If it breaks, then, all hell could break loose and we could see a bit of a sell-off, right? And then if we go to the day chart, you can see with these wicks down here, it's holding on to that level for dear life. Now, if this shoots off, we can expect weakness in the safe haven pairs like Swiss franc and Japanese. Let me finish Swiss franc and Japanese yen, right? we can expect weakness in these. If it breaks and carries on, we can expect strength in these. Okay. Now, what we're seeing is that this level is holding. So if we go to some Swiss franc pairs now, let's go to Aussie dollar Swiss franc. Right. Again, it's no coincidence that these are at pivotal support levels. Okay. And at that support level, we have had a wick like this, followed by a humongous bullish candle. Now, these trades are against trend. I think Aussie dollar Swiss franc, we could potentially take back up to this level here. Right. In fact, let me just draw that level in. You can see where those. Okay. So there's a bit of support and resistance, and it's the moving average 20. Right. So I would aim to take Aussie dollar Swiss franc to this level on the back of that Swiss franc weakness. And it's the same with Canadian dollar Swiss franc. Again, it's holding on to these lows, right? You can see it's a key support level, right? And ever since we've hit that support level, buyers have come back in with a vengeance, right? You can't help but feel like this feels like a bit of a liquidity grab down here. Taking all the retail traders out, but building a big position, and now we're seeing some real buying pressure. And I would suggest this could come back up to these highs here. Moving average 20 comes down, right? So you can see this Swiss franc weakness coming into the market, especially if the indices hold that support level and carry on up from there. So Aussie dollar Swiss franc and Canadian dollar Swiss franc, I like for against trend trades. And when I say against trend, it is against daily trend, right? Okay, but I still think there's a bit of room to move into. Now, a trade I really like is pound Swiss franc. So this would be a trade idea for today as well, because with pound Swiss franc, not only are we getting the Swiss franc weakness, right? You can clearly see that, but we're also getting that pound strength, right? Pound and euro have been strong, but euro has been stronger than, the ultimate warrior, right? So, and this is in an uptrend. So you can just see price action here, bit choppy, and then bang, right? We are off. We're clearly in an uptrend. We've broken a key resistance level. We're getting higher highs, higher lows. We're clearly in an uptrend. And the next piece of resistance is until this 1.1600 psychological level would be a good higher time frame target. It is at an important psychological level right now as well, right? But this is a buy trade, right? If we look at the H4, again, I just need a retrace. And that's been the problem recently, right? Will we get that retrace? Because trades have just been going ping, right? I need trades to do this, right? And then I can get in on them, okay? So whether we get a retrace or not, but that's what I'll be looking for. And you can see these highs here. So if price comes up, right, we get a retrace somewhere into here, moving average 20 catches up, I'll be looking for a nice bullish reaction, and then we can look to take pound Swiss franc higher as well. All right, so guys, if you've enjoyed the analysis, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and smash the like button. If you want access to our premium trading education, please check out our website, www.simply-forex.com. And if you haven't already, please come join our trading community. You can talk to like-minded traders, share knowledge, ideas. So please come join our free Discord channel. Yeah, and the theme of today, guys, is US dollar weakness, euro strength, Swiss franc weakness. And there's a few trade ideas in there as well. All right, guys, so have a great trading day, and I'll see you soon.